Hello everybody, thank you for being here. It is me, Laura Lee. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, welcome. Thank you for being here. It's exciting to have all of the new faces. I can't see your faces, what am I talking about? But it's exciting to have you all here. I'm going to do a little card reading, and I'm starting with the Spiritual AF deck. And the two cards that just popped out just now, as I was shuffling, is not giving a fuck is better than revenge. Revenge sucks. Just watch a superhero movie and look at the villains. Those guys suck. Revenge is whack and petty and gives you wrinkles. You know what's hot? Being the bigger person and letting shit go. Hair flip that shit, honey, and move the fuck on. Love like people aren't total assholes. Of course you've been hurt. People can be stupid, selfish, destructive fucknuts, but choosing to live life with your dukes up, waiting for the next asshole and for the asshole in everyone to come out insulates you from the brilliance in people. Can I try that again? Of course you've been hurt. People can be stupid, selfish, destructive fucknuts. But choosing to live with your dukes up, waiting for the asshole and everyone to come out, insulates you from the brilliance in people. You'll be a force to be reckoned with if you love people with the tenderness and ferocity of someone who's digging for that gold in everyone. All right, where do we go from here? I just want to say, if you did come to the channel because of my last video, I'm really grateful that it found you, because that video is meant to find everyone. And we're just gonna see what comes out. Oh, really? Nine of Swords. We're going there. We're gonna go there. It's like the wounded healer. You know, you've been through the shit and the muck and the everything, and the Nine of Swords just leaves you feeling wounded, but it is also like the hopeful warrior, knowing that you made it through all of that and you're still standing. And on the bottom of that, when that popped out, the High Priestess. The reason you've gone through what you've gone through is because you have so much within that you have to bring to this world. And it wasn't meant to be easy. Your path is never, I'm not saying it should be a shitty, fucked up path. I'm just saying most of us in this world don't understand that we have light within us until we have to fight and do everything that brings us to our knees to find that light. And so we're in a constant battle sometimes, seemingly with the world, but usually it's just with ourselves until we come into a balance. That's way too many cards. And just to find what are we doing here? Why are we here? So let's see what else. These did not want to go back in. Ace of Pentacles. You've got some big things coming in. So whatever you've been going through, you know, all of these battles that you have been fighting, these unseen forces, as it seems sometimes, that just seems like everything is against you, and how could you ever overcome it? You did. You're here. You're watching this video. Okay? So there's some big gifts coming in for you, followed by the Ace of Pentacles, followed by the Page of Pentacles. So a messenger of divine goodness, and the Queen of Pentacles. So your hard work is paying off. There has been destruction on your path, I'm hearing, and so it's been a really long road to get here. And you know, they say it's not going to be easy, but it's going to be worth it, right? This life that we live sometimes seems very unforgiving, but the reason that it does go that way is because in order to appreciate what we have to kind of deal with the struggle that it took to get to that point, right? To finally find that peace, to finally find that goodness that we've been searching for, that we felt like would never come. You know, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. We'll just look at the Oracle of the Seven Energies and see if any other messages want to pop out there. Oh yeah, I wanted to do an archetype card, the Caroline Miss, who I spoke about in my last video. She's very inspirational, and I really love her videos on her cards where she describes the meaning more in depth of her deck. Let it go. Let that shit go. When you do let it go, you open the door to endless possibilities. When we hold on to things that are no longer serving us, we're not open to receive, and we're not open to even be aware of the endless possibilities that are coming in for us. No one ever died from a snake bite, right? It's holding on to that poison that runs through our veins, that keeps us down, that takes away all of our power, that takes away all of our strength and our knowingness that all is truly well, because we dwell in that shit of the hurt and the anger, and then we have resentment, and we have envy, and we have jealousy, and all of those things are not opening us up to endless possibilities, and that is why we must let it go, which is something I didn't discuss much in my last video, but I have in other videos, is gratitude. And when we're grateful for that which we do have, even the littlest of things, that opens the door for the universe to bring us greater things, because it shows that energy is welcoming. Everything is energy. We are all energy, and so our energy is creating our reality. When we sit and worry about things that happened in the past, we dwell on that, we just create more of that, and we never actually move forward or live for ourselves or live in the moment. And that's another big key to everything in this world, is staying present and staying grateful in every now moment. And every moment that we have is the now moment, because if we live in the future, we cause anxiety, and we live in the past, it usually causes depression, because we're dwelling on things that made us sad or that didn't work out. You know, again, the snake bite example. No one ever died from a snake bite, but the venom that came within is what flows through your veins unless you release it and you let it go and you say, homie, don't play that. This homie, don't play that. All right. So these are the archetype cards by Caroline Miss. Let's see what the cards have to say. Again, we are surrounded in divine light, love, and protection in this moment, receiving messages of the highest, for our highest good and the highest good of all involved. Thank you for being here, everyone that is here. And are there any messages that we need to receive from this? The Fool. Fearlessly revealing emotion, helping people laugh at absurdity and hypocrisy is the light attribute. And the shadow attribute of the Fool is using humor to wound rather than to liberate, denial of your emotional truth. And what's at the bottom of that? King. Enlightened, benevolent leadership benefiting those in your charge. And the shadow attributes of the King: excessive feelings of entitlement and rulership without restraint. And there's such a fine balance in life, right? Not in it's just in everything, and that's what the world we live in is, duality. So it's good and bad, light and dark. But what we fail to realize is nothing is either good or bad. It's what we give the energy to believe that that is either good or bad. We title everything. We give everything a label. We say, well, this is good and this is bad, and this is this and this is that. And if we realize that everything actually just exists neutrally, and when we allow ourselves to let go and we detach from titles and labels, we realize that actually we have the power to give everything that energy that we desire it to have. It doesn't have to be good or bad. We can say a Diet Coke is bad because it's soda, and that's bad for you because all the reasons we've been told it's bad for us. But when we take that Diet Coke and we say, I love this, I send it light, I am grateful for this, and I am grateful in this moment, and you don't have guilt and shame, and you don't hold on to all the reasons that everyone in the world and your parents told you that you can't have soda, then it actually is not harmful to you. We are the reason that things are harmful to us because we label them and we give them either energy that is positive or energy that is negative. It is all about us. We are creating our reality. We fail to see that because we believe in everything that we've been told, and we believe every label that has already been given to things. And it's just simply not true. And we have to wash that away from our thoughts and from our being, and understand that everything is what we give it the meaning of. And you can tell me I'm wrong, and that's fine. It's okay, but try to create your reality through your own lens, using your own power, your energy. That's actually why you're here, is to use that ability to give each and every object and thing that comes up in your reality. You choose, is it good or bad for you? And it doesn't have to be good or bad. It just can be neutral, and then you decide which energy you would like to give that said object. Where do we go from here? Just knowing your power and knowing that you are truly the creator of your reality is the most important message ever, 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 ever. Everything is neutral. It is what we give it the energy to be. Everything. A person, a place, a thing, whatever it is. It's what we believe it to be. If we believe scary movies are bad for us and we're going to have nightmares, then yeah, that's true. We're going to have nightmares because they're scary and we believe they're bad. But look at the people that love scary movies. Do they go home and have nightmares? No, because they give those movies a different energy. It is so simple. Yet we're so programmed to believe that everything is either good or bad when it's inherently just neutral. And we have the power to give it the energy that we desire it to be. It's why we're here. We're here to create, and we're here to create a better reality, not continue to live the one that we're living. I will say that in every video. Gratitude is huge. Being grateful for the things that we do have in our life and not giving them positive or negative energy, but just knowing that they exist and we are grateful for them. And when we are grateful for things, we are telling the universe, yes, I would like more of that, please. Okay, we're gonna go with the chosen ones. It's Maggie Got the Tea, Maggie the High Priestess LLC deck. Maggie Got the Tea on YouTube is her channel. I got enemies, got a lot of enemies, got a lot of people trying to stop me from my energy or starve me from my energy. So you've got maybe some people in your life that don't like your light, and so they see you as bad, and so they're all of a sudden your enemy because they're giving you this energy that they're basically projecting onto you. When we can love everyone as they are, where they're at on their path and on their journey, instead of saying they're either good or bad people and just accept them where they're at, we're gonna move so much further along this path than when we sit and judge everyone and say they're this and they're that, and I'm this and I'm that, you know? Instead, why aren't we just being more neutral in our lives? Because we haven't been taught to do that. So that's kind of what I would like to help you with, is to appreciate everything and attach to nothing. And when you release the attachment of anything, then that also releases labels, and it releases the energy of things being good or bad or positive or negative, because you're actually saying this object is neutral, and I say it is good because it is gold, baby, and I love gold, and I like more of it, and I want more of it in my life. So you see something and you say, I like that, I want more of that, and you just give it that label. You don't have to keep labeling things with the same label that the world previously told us that's what it was. So what else came out with the chosen ones? Angels are protecting you from your enemies because they want to steal your energy, and you are royalty, baby. And if you believe it, what's the movie Blades of Glory? He's like, if you can dream it, you can do it. And I used to think that was so funny. And actually, that's even my motto on my Instagram from like years ago. I've never changed it. I just said it as a joke many, many years ago when I was like very pessimistic about this whole world and life in general. And I thought, everything is happening to me and everything's against me, you know, and I was just kind of being funny when I put that there. And now I truly believe it. It's kind of funny coming full circle, looking at that, that if you do believe in something, you can truly create it. You know, what you think you become, what you feel you attract, and what you imagine you create. And so create good, think good thoughts, you know, release your judgments on people, release your envy, release your hate, release your anger. You can be mad at somebody, you know, say you got in a fight with someone, or somebody cheated on you, or somebody did something to you and they wounded you and they hurt you. And until you forgive them, you don't have to go up to them and say, hey, I'm sorry, I forgive you. You just have to do it in your heart and say, I no longer wish to hold this poison within my bones, within my body, within my blood. I release all of my anger towards you, and you are free. That is you healing yourself by releasing anything you're holding on to that somebody did to you ever. We all hold on to things for our whole lives, and so basically we're just poisoning our bodies with anger, with resentment, with envy, with judgments, with all of this bullshit that really we do because it's what everyone else is doing. It's not because we are bad people. It's just how we were raised. It's how we grew up believing it's okay to have anger or hate or rage or anything towards people, and it's really not. It's only harming us. You're never going to heal or move forward or allow yourself to receive better when you're holding on to anger and resentment and all of these feelings that are just literally eating you alive. If you are going through illness and you don't understand why, and it's like you've gone to the doctor and you've done all of these things and nothing is healing you, have you tried forgiveness? Just a thought. It sounds hard because a lot of times we are so butthurt about what somebody did to us, we couldn't fucking fathom forgiving them. But it really has nothing to do with them. It has nothing to do with them, actually. It has everything to do with you and your healing and your desire to be better, to live a better life. And when you finally decide you deserve to live the life you came here to live, that's when forgiveness happens. And that's when you start to heal. And that's when you start to feel more like yourself and less like somebody that you're not, or somebody that you wish you're trying to be wearing all these masks and all these hats because you're burying all these resentments and all this anger inside of you. And so instead of presenting yourself to the world as your true self, you're presenting yourself to the world as this wounded victim because you're holding on to all of these things that are literally eating you alive and causing you health problems and taking away your happiness and taking away your cheer and stealing your sunshine. And your sunshine is your spark. That spark that is who you truly are, the fractal that you exist as on this planet, as connected to the greater whole of light, of source, of energy, of God. That's what we call God. What we call God is light. We're all fractals of God, creation, light. And so we're all here living out this life on planet Earth, thinking it's all so serious, because it does feel very serious at times. But truly, the goal is to be your true authentic self. And in order to do that, you have to release all of these layers of anger and resentment and fear and judgment and hate and all of the things that are holding you down from being who you truly are and allowing you to shine that light that you are and that you came here to be. So that being said, maybe we'll just do, actually, I was going to do the light seers because I said that, and that's more tarot, and I guess we could do a tarot card just to see where we're at right now. This is the Fortune's Oracle, abundance on the bottom. Lucky times are ahead of you, along with good news, success, and prosperity. And if you truly believe that, it's truly going to start to occur in your life. It's going to seem like miracles. So when you start to forgive and you start to heal, you start to realize life isn't so bad after all. Why was I holding on to that for all these years? Well, it's because we haven't been taught how to let shit go. And that was what prompted this was I was shuffling and look what popped back up, abundance. So when you are able to finally let it go, where did my let it go card go? It's back in my energy deck. Let it go. When you finally let it go, that's when you start to let things flow. You release these energies that are no longer serving you. You don't need sage and Palo Santo and crystals. I mean, yes, they help, and they are always helpful when you set the intention of letting them help you. They help you. But we don't have to get all spiritual AF up in here. We just have to say, I set the intention to let it go and to forgive and allow my heart to heal so that I can live my best life. We came here to live our best lives. Instead, we're stuck beating ourselves up or living in this shame and guilt and rage and judgment and I wish I had this life. And comparison is the thief of joy. We're always stealing our own happiness by judging, by comparing ourselves. Yes, comparison is judgment. Call it what you want. Say what it is. Let's call a spade a spade. Patience. So it doesn't happen overnight, but it really does start to occur when you set the intentions. Your body starts to release these energies that you've been holding on to so long. These energies of, anger or hate or rage, they are blocks within your body. So they cause blockages, they cause illness, they cause sadness, depression, anger, anxiety. But when we have patience and we can slow down and change our attitude and clear our mind, that's when we start to allow the healing to really start to take effect in our bodies. I know. Angels and ancestors. The angels and ancestors. What do you have to tell us? Any messages from the angels and ancestors, Oracle? Any messages? Ooh. Lord, take charge with authority. Wow, how powerful is that? We're literally talking about taking authority in your life by forgiveness. And when you forgive, you become your own God, your own leader, because you're allowing yourself to start to take charge of your own life and not allowing these past occurrences or people or things that occurred in your life. When you release them and forgive them and say, you know what, you served a purpose in my life. You taught me a lesson, and I no longer wish to hold you on my shoulder as a chip, as me as a victim. Okay? So really that's what resentment is. It's a chip on your shoulder and you're a victim until you decide to release that chip and release that occurrence that caused you the pain and the hurt and made you feel less than. And when we feel less than, we feel victimized, right? So when we can say, I forgive you, and you just say to this person, thing, occurrence, I love you, I am sorry, please forgive me, thank you. Whether you mean it or not, just go through those steps. Pick that object, write it down on paper, that person, whatever, whoever it was. Dear Jill, Jan, Sue, whoever you worked with that caused you a lot of strife. Say, Dear Jill, I love you. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. And you're already starting your healing process just by that forgiveness, just by releasing that resentment that you've been holding on to for so long, and they don't even know you're holding on to it. It's like, I've said this with politics. When you hate the president, do you think that president gives a fuck if you hate him? Just asking. Do you? I'm asking for a friend. When you say, oh, I fucking hate so-and-so, they're a piece of shit and they're causing all this problem. Well, you're giving them all your power. You are literally giving them all your power by hating them, because you just got bit by a snake and now you're holding all the poison in your body. So your antivenom for that is forgiveness. Let forgiveness be your antivenom. Autumn, release old and rest. That popped out. Something else fell on the floor. A couple of them. When you start to release, you really you unleash that warrior within, and you're able to be fearless and stand strong. It's these little things that we don't even realize that we're holding on to that are literally stopping us from literally much. They're stopping us from being the warrior that we came here to be. And White Witch, be the light. When you can start to understand that your light is all that is happening in your body right now is your light within you is desiring to shine bright. It means forgiveness. It means letting go of those shitheads that pissed you off and fucked you over, and just saying, you know what? I'm done with you. I'm over you. I forgive you. I am so cool that I forgive you, bro. And I love you. I love you where you're at. I'm never going to have to tell you I forgive you, but you do it for yourself. You don't do it for them. If you want to, sure, go ahead and say it to their face. But this is kind of like the 12-step program in AA. You know, you forgive those who have harmed you. That is literally healing yourself by forgiving them, by releasing that and letting it go. And then just knowing that that's working through you. That's the light coming in. That's God coming in and healing you. When you open up yourself to allow that light in, it can come through. But until you actually release anything, you're not making space for the healing to occur. And we have to make space for the healings to occur. It's up to us, you know. It's kind of like when we talk about meditation. It is like exercising the brain, you know. Our muscles, if we don't exercise or at least stay physically active, they become apathetic. It's just life, man. That's just how it happens. And it's the same thing for our mind. It's the same thing for, like, whatever. I don't know what I'm saying at this point. I mean, I do. What I'm saying is allow yourself to shine bright. And in order to do that, release anything that is holding you back from being your true authentic self. Anything that is holding you down, weighing you down, causing you sadness or anger or hate or rage. None of those people deserve all of your power, and yet you're giving it to them by holding resentment. So release the resentment and allow yourself to shine bright. I think that's the message here. You know, take the road less traveled and support system. Talk to people if you have to. You know, it's maybe not something you can do on your own. That's why people see counselors and see therapists, because that's them opening up those wounds, speaking about them, and then releasing that and allowing it to heal. So whatever it takes, you know, if you have to write it down on paper and then just burn it, but allow the intention to be set. I forgive this situation. Doesn't mean you forgive the person, but you can forgive the situation and take back your power. We are here to be powerful beings and to create a better reality. In order to do that, we have to release that which has harmed us. Whew. Thank you for coming by this video and just being here. And your energy means the world to me, and your energy means everything to the world also. So when you can start to heal, you're not only going to heal yourself, you're going to heal the world. And we're going to see some big shifts and big changes within our current reality that are so needed. And I'm so grateful that you're here. Thank you for stopping by. Wake up and dream big, be the ball, go the distance. If you want, buy some crystals and set some intentions with them, because they are really helpful and they're also very beautiful and they also are calming. And the reason that crystals are so helpful is they come from the earth. And when you are connected to the earth, you are working through these energies and allowing these energies to supercharge your healing. That is why people use crystals. In case you're wondering, why do people have all these crystals? Well, they come from the earth, and the earth is grounding us into the great Mother Earth energy that is really needing healing as well. So when we heal ourselves, we're also healing the earth. So there's so much healing going on when we work with other elements, in case you're wondering, why do people use crystals, or why do people use whatever? It's for the highest good. It's everything is the intention you give it. Everything is the energy you give it. So if you say that your Snickers is bad, instead of saying, I love you and I'm grateful for you because you bring me happiness, and you release the guilt and shame that everyone wants you to feel for eating a freaking candy bar or drinking a soda, we're gonna just heal ourselves and the world by relabeling the things that we've been told were bad in the first place. Nothing is actually inherently good or bad. It is neutral, and it is the energy that we give it. It is the label that we give it. It is the intention that we give it. So if we that's why people say, bless your food, say thank you for this meal, bless your water, bless those things that give you sustenance, period, point blank. If you like your beer and you want to drink a lot of them, say thank you, I love you. I send you love, light, and high vibration frequency codes, and thank you for bringing them into my body. Now, don't overdo it. Or do. It's up to you. I'm not here to tell you how to live your life. I'm just saying, do you, honey boo, but remember, you are the creator of your reality, and you are the one who gives all of these labels to anything in your life, which is humans, objects, material, food, you name it. It is what it is. It is what you make it. This life is what you make it, and everything else is too. Bye. Love you, mean it. Bye. See you on the next one.